all of you. I am R. Mariselvan, Assistant Professor from AC Department, JP College of Engineering. Mm, and our subject name is EC8395 Communication Engineering. And today we are going to see about the topic, the Unit 1 and the Session 6, that is FM. That means frequency modulation and pace modulation. So those two things are present in our angle modulation. Okay. So in this whole session we are going to see about frequency modulation and pace modulation. Okay. Let enter in our class. Okay. Yeah. Already we know that what is amplitude modulation. Okay. And what are the types present in our amplitude modulation. Okay. And then how to generate the amplitude modulated signal. So those things are clearly studied in our previous session. Okay, now we are going to see about what is meant by frequency modulation and pace modulation. Okay, here, yeah, amplitude is varied in AM, we already know, and then when frequency or pace of the carrier is varied by the modulated signal, then it is called angle modulation. Okay, that means what is meant by angle modulation? The question is what is meant by angle modulation? The answer is when frequency or pace of the carrier is varied by the modulated signal, then it is called as angle modulation. So angle modulation is nothing but it may be frequency or pace. Okay, that means those frequency or pace of the carrier signal is varied with respect to modulated signal. Okay, so here two kinds of angle modulation is there. One is frequency modulation and another one is pace modulation. Okay, already we know what is meant by frequency modulation in the sense when the frequency of the carrier varies as per amplitude variations of modulating signal, then it is called frequency modulation. Otherwise it is defined as the frequency of the carrier signal is varied by the modulating signal, then it is called as frequency modulation. On that time, the amplitude of the modulated carrier remains constant. On that time, so amplitude is constant. Okay, and then pace modulation as the same, wherever you are using the frequency as the same place, that will be replaced by pace. Okay, that means when the pace of the carrier varies as per amplitude variations of modulating signal, then it is called pace modulation. Okay, so amplitude of the modulated carrier remains constant. Okay, and then here we have to derive the frequency modulated signal. Okay, here we are using two kinds of signal, one is modulated signal and another one is carrier signal. Vm is the modulated signal, Vc is the carrier signal. So Vm will be represented by Em sin 2 pi fm t. As the same, Vc is equal to Ec sin 2 pi fc t. Okay, and then Fm modulated signal will be here as the follow. That means Ec sin of 2 pi fc t plus m of sin 2 pi fm t. Here mf is the modulation index. Okay, so further it is simplified by the following thing. Okay, so mf is the modulating index of fm. Okay, next the relationship and difference between fm and pm. Okay, so here the following difference is there. So that will be, the first one is the basic difference between fm and pm lies in which property of the carrier is directly varied by the modulating signal. Okay, and the FM and PM lies in which property of the carrier is directly varied by the modulating signal. Okay, here when the frequency of the carrier varies, pace of the carrier also varies. Okay, that means when the frequency will be varies means at the same time pace also vary. That means that also change. Okay, if frequency is varied directly, then it is called FM. As the same, pace is varied directly, so on that time it is called as PM. That means pace modulation. Okay, so here the pace deviation will be appear. So that will be represented by theta of t. So that will be explained by the following wordings. So that is, it is the instantaneous change in the pace of the carrier with respect to the reference pace. That means here we consider one pace of the carrier, okay, and also we are consider one reference pace, okay. So in between two kind of changes, that will be called as the pace deviation. That means pace change will be called as pace deviation, okay. And then the instantaneous pace of the carrier is previous pace of the carrier at the given instant. So it is mathematically expressed as the following. So instantaneous pace is equal to omega c of t plus theta of t. Here theta t is the instantaneous pace deviation and omega c is the carrier frequency, okay. So it will define as the following terms. So theta of t is the instantaneous pace deviation and omega c is the carrier frequency, we already know, okay. Now the instantaneous frequency deviation is t divided by dt of theta of t. That means we already know differentiation of theta of t is equal to theta dash of t, okay. And instantaneous frequency deviation is, it is the carrier frequency, it is equal to the rate of at which the instantaneous pace deviation takes place. It is also defined as, it is the frequency of the carrier at a given given instant of time, okay. So that also given in the following terms. That is instantaneous frequency omega e of t is equal to d divided by dt of, that means differentiation of omega ct plus theta t, okay. So that also already we know. So omega c plus theta dash of t. So the unit is radian per second, okay. So instantaneous pace deviation only here shown, that is theta of t is equal to k multiplied with em of t, So that is the pace deviation value, okay. And then the angle modulated wave is mathematically expressed as e of t is equal to ec sine omega ct plus theta t, because here the pace deviation will be appear, that is way we are represent the theta of t also, okay. So the FM equation is e of t is equal to ec sine omega ct plus k1 em divided by omega m sine omega mt, as the same the pace modulated wave equation is e of t is equal to ec sine omega ct plus, so here the symbol changes on the above equation, that means FM modulated equation we are representing the omega m value will be in the denominator, but here the omega m is value will be 1. So k em cos omega mt, okay. So that is the PM, that means pace modulated equation value. Here the FM and PM waveforms are shown in the figure. So that means first signal is unmodulated carrier, that is carrier signal, okay. The second one is the modulating signal in the sense message signal, okay. And then the third signal is FM modulated signal, that means frequency modulated signal. So here the frequency will be varied in accordance with the carrier signal. So that will be shown in the figure. And then the pace deviation will be appear in the next pace modulated signal. That means pace will be changed. Pace in the sense that theta value is 90 degree, 180 degree, 360 degree. So that pace will be changed. So that will be shown by dotted line. So the dotted line shows the pace change, okay. So here the modulation index definition also here. So that is, we already know m equal to k em, okay. So it is the ratio of maximum frequency deviation to modulating frequency. So that is m of is equal to maximum frequency deviation divided by modulating frequency. So maximum frequency deviation will be represented by del, and then modulating frequency is fm, okay. And also here the frequency deviation is there, so that is del f. So the del f will be represented by k1 em, okay. K is the deviation sensitivity, okay. So del f is equal to k1 em. And then bandwidth of the signals. So that is the, by using the Curzon's rule, the bandwidth needed by the FM is given by, so bandwidth is equal to 2 of del plus FM maximum. So that means modulating frequency maximum, Okay, so del is the maximum frequency deviation and FM max is the maximum modulating frequency. Okay, and also next the deviation ratio. So that is the ratio between maximum frequency deviation to maximum modulating frequency. So we already seen in the uh, last slide. Okay, and then frequency spectrum of the angle modulated wave. So that also we already know here representing the frequency values. So by using the Bessel functions we represent some frequency values. So that is f1, okay, f2 and then fm, okay. So here also the same representation will be there. So so that equation will be find out by the Bessel's function. So that is first we represent one analysis, that is EFM is equal to EC sin omega ct plus m of cos omega mt. Okay, so from that function we are using the Bessel function, then the following relation will be shown derived. Okay, so in our Bessel function we represent J0, J1, J2, J3. So many things are there. Okay, so here the FM and PM analysis is complicated. That is why we are using the Bessel function. Okay, next move on into next slide. So that is the bandwidth of the FM is equal to FC plus NFM minus FC plus NFM. Okay, here FC cancel. So the answer is bandwidth is equal to 2N FM. Okay, so N is the number of terms. Okay, and then in our frequency modulation we are having two types. One is narrowband FM and another one is wideband FM. Okay, so here directly we are represent the differentiation. Okay, so that is narrowband FM and then wideband FM. So narrowband FM is the modulation index is when the modulation index is less than 1, so that FM will be called as narrowband FM. Okay, so same modulation index is greater than 10, so that FM will be called as wideband FM. Okay, next is the signal representation. How to represent the narrowband FM and then how to represent the wideband FM. So that will be shown in the point 2. Okay, and then third one, the spectrum contain two sidebands and carrier. In our narrowband FM we are having two sidebands and carrier. In our wideband FM we are having infinite number of sidebands and carrier. Okay, and then the bandwidth of the narrowband FM is 2FM and bandwidth of the wideband FM is 2 of del plus FM maximum. Okay, and then the narrowband FM is used in mobile communication and then wideband FM is used in broadcasting and entertainment, that means TV. Okay, and the maximum deviation of the narrowband FM is 75 Hz and then maximum deviation of the wideband FM is 5 Hz. Okay, so the range of the modulating frequency is 10 Hz to 15 kilohertz. As the same in our wideband FM the range of the modulating frequency is 30 Hz to 3 kilohertz. Okay, so here also another one comparison is there, that is frequency modulation and phase modulation. So the first point is the maximum frequency deviation depends upon amplitude of the modulating voltage and the modulating frequency. Okay, and then the maximum phase deviation depends only upon the amplitude of the modulating voltage. And then the second point is the frequency of the carrier is modulated by the modulating signal, and here the pace of the carrier will be modulator. Okay, and the frequency modulation, the modulating index is increased as modulation frequency is reduced by vice versa. So same, the modulation index remains same if the modulating frequency is changed. In our phase modulation we are representing like that. Okay, and then in our frequency modulation the noise immunity is better than AM and PM, and phase modulation the noise immunity is better than AM but worse than FM. Okay, so in this session we are fully seen about what is meant by angle modulation and what are the types of angle modulation. Okay, so how to represent the FM signal and how to represent the phase signal. Okay, and then what are the difference between, that means comparison between narrowband FM and wideband FM, and also FM and PM. Okay. Um, so thank you all. I think all of you understand this lesson. Thank you all.